Hey, what's up, guys? This is MPFSU, back with another video, FSU in HD, and this is an offensive series. This time we're going to be talking about the multiple offense, and we're going to be using Oklahoma just to save, hold on to my Florida State information. Florida State runs the multiple offense, but I'm not going to disclose any of that for obvious reasons. But I'm going to go into Oklahoma's multiple offense playbook to kind of give you an idea. Now, I'll put a disclaimer out there. I don't claim to be the best at offense or anything like that. I am average at best and below average for the most part. I'm really more of a defensive guy, but I do understand how the offenses work. So this is the multiple offense as well. So if you can gain something from this, that's great. If not, that's fine. But hopefully you will be able to get something from this, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to go into a little bit of history. It's not a lot of history with the multiple offense. There's a lot of teams in college football that run it. A lot of teams that run it on NCAA 14. But the main thing to think about, because it's more modern than anything, a modern way of thinking or outside the box way of thinking, is that you really need to forget about formations. You really need to forget about the actual players that you have on the field. The offense is really built around the actual plays themselves. So formations don't matter. The personnels don't matter. The personnel that you put on the field don't matter. It's really about the plays. So any custom playbook, when you're creating, that's what you're thinking about. You're looking at trying to see what the best plays, what complement each other when you're creating a custom playbook. So it makes sense that a lot of the stuff that you're doing is multiple offense. You just want to hang your hat on something, but then have multiple ways to do it out of different formations using different personnel, and that's generally how the multiple offense works. It's very unique in that regard, and also flexible, but can be a little bit complicated because you are dealing with so many different styles of offenses. Not necessarily, because when you're talking about core plays, not necessarily formations, you can run multiple types of different plays because there are endless amount of plays that can be ran. But generally speaking, you can sort of make it easier on yourself, is to only adapt only a few principles, and I think that's what only adapt a few amount of plays, but have a lot of formations to run them from, and that's the way most of the multiple offenses, at least as NCAA 14, work. Oklahoma, for example, they run a multiple offense. We're going to be using their playbook, and as we start off, as you see, they have slot and bunch. These are kind of base plays, but I don't think this is the core base of their offense. Actually, the pistol seems like that is in this case. So this is not the pistol offense. This is a multiple offense, but they do have a lot of pistol formations in their playbook. But let's forget about the formations altogether, and let's just dive into the plays. And one play particular that I'm finding in every formation of Oklahoma's playbook is the shallow cross, or pretty much a lot of air raid concepts. We did just talk about the air raid in my last series, so this kind of makes it an easier transition to kind of talk about the multiple style offense. Now, a lot of the different ones have different plays that they hang their hats on, but specifically Oklahoma hangs their hat more on the air raid. Mike Leach was their coach, offensive coordinator when they were winning championships a few years back. So it makes a lot of sense that they're still running these concepts. But look at what this has been run out of, though. If we check the depth chart right here, and like I said, this is just looking at the depth chart, but you really aren't thinking about personnel. So if you look at this here, they have two halfbacks, I believe. Two halfbacks are in this formation. So you have two halfbacks, two halfbacks. I've already packaged in a tight end in the slot, and two wide receivers. So what in the world is this? You won't even know. But as you can tell, you can run shallow cross right from this formation. So I mean, you could package the tight end in, and the defense is seeing two running backs, uh, two wide receivers, and a tight end. They're going to think it's a run formation. I mean, primarily because you have two running backs, but and the tight end. But the tight end is flexed out. Why? And if so, that's the other thing. If you do have, you can pretty much in this offense you can recruit any type of players you want, really, because it's flexible, and that's what makes it very flexible. That you can recruit any players you want, and then you can just custom tailor how you want you custom tailor the plays you want to run to the personnel that you have. So maybe if you got a mobile quarterback, you may want to run more of the zone read stuff, and it's right in here. You have the opportunity. It's just out of the pistol, but you can do it. It's makes it so the defense can't hold in on one thing, because they can get just decimated by the other. Because, like I said, you have multiple philosophies going on here, and so you can also hit them, like I say, with the air raid, which it seems this is most of what the playbook is about. But you can run a lot of option and run some pro stuff out of these pistol sets, and then we go to the traditional shotgun, and here we go. We have tight end flexed out wide on that, tight end flexed out wide on here. You can flex the tight end on all these formations if you want. Just have to be those two. I mean, you can flex them on all these formations. So that is why the multiple offense is very deadly. I will be posting a link to my previous 2013 multiple offense. Goes a little more detail in the packaging and stuff. So I'm not going to get into that. But you can really confuse the defense because they see a group of personnel. They think that it's going to be one thing, but you can come out and run multiple different plays. I mean, but obviously they hang their hat highly on the air raid. So you're going to see a lot of that from Oklahoma. But you definitely can mix in a few things to give you the ability to definitely take advantage of the defense's confusion. So that is the multiple offense. Like I said, I will be posting a link for more details. But just to give an example, like you say you come out with this play and say you run this and you come out like that with the shallow and they're thinking, oh, it's a run play, so let me go ahead and run 4-3 stack. And they're going to call whatever play. And then they come out and they're like, oh, man, look at their linebacker flexed out there now. He's out of space by himself on supposedly should be one of your best players if your tight end is pretty nasty. You can't bring in a wide receiver for that in that situation if you wanted to, but it makes it very hard. And the fact that you do have, a running back here, you can run the ball if you would like. If you got more of a speed guy, you can do that. It's multiple ways to attack the defense. So I'm just going to leave it on that, guys. If you like this content, please subscribe to the channel. Next, I'm not going to go into any specific plays because the multiple offense is not really any specific way of running it. You just have to hang your hat on a certain core concepts and then just run them out of multiple formations. Like in this case, we have the tight end running that route, that wheel route, where we could have a wide receiver running that wheel route, or in some cases you may have a running back running that wheel route. Personnel does not even matter. It's just you want to put your best 11 on the field and take advantage of your core concept plays. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.